granddad was a baker, so I grew up around food. In the times when everyone was thinking of becoming a doctor, which is like a typical Indian thing, I ditched medical school to go to hotel school. Well, people think I changed the perception of Indian food, but I think I helped people to eat better. There was nothing wrong with Indian food when I came to this country. It was just slightly old-fashioned. We always thought of Indian food more as a spicy food and nothing more, but I changed that thinking and said it could be any food, as long as the ingredient is the king. This particular menu is very close to my heart. So I have got scallops with parsnip, I got turbot, followed by duck, which is made in very specific spicing called Malwani spices. They use a lot of spices and a lot of chili as well, but I've taken the chili element out, but still use the spices. Followed by lamb, and then followed by venison. I was coming to Scotland, I said, I have to use venison. Then trio of desserts, which is treat to the palate and to the eyes. Hope people will have a great time tonight.
Fantastic chef, eh? Yeah. I think you can smell the spices all the way down a Queen's Road, I think.
A little bit of sauce, please. Sauce here.
The spices that are used, they're so delicate. They're not going to knock you out. The flavours speak for themselves. I mean, the amount of garlic I've seen in this kitchen today is... And the poor guy had to peel all the garlic, but hey, we'll know about any vampires here tonight, within a 20-mile radius.
I wanted to be a chef from about the age of 7 or 8 when I saw my mum crack an egg into a frying pan, and it changed from this clear jelly stuff to this white, firm thing with that little gooey, tasty yolk. And for me, it was the science of it. Just thought, I'm going to be a chef. First of all, I want to be a footballer, obviously. And I just loved the change on people's faces when you put something in front of them. So if you cook something, even if it's just a basic cheese sandwich, oh, thank you, and then the face lights up. So then if you can take it to the next level, and then almost try and make people cry, obviously in a positive way, for me, that was my job, was to be a chef. One of my mentors, well, I've got a couple of mentors. Andrea Santona was the first high street restaurant I worked in. I was sous chef when I was 22, 21. We gained a Michelin star, which was amazing. I think, but as a child, as a kid growing up, it was Raymond Blanc, Keith Floyd, you know, and also being from Birmingham, we had the flavours of Madame Jaffrey, we had Ken Hom. So all of those people were sort of encouraged me to food. And as I become a chef, it was the likes of Gordon Ramsay, Marco Pierre White, but more importantly, Pierre Gagné from Paris. So I always aspired to be as creative and as a little bit crazy, just like him, really. So tonight we're going to bring a little bit of spice from Birmingham. So we've got the monkfish masala, which won the Great British Menu 2008. We've also got the 10-10-10 egg, which got 3 straight 10s in the Great British Menu. And literally, people think I carry them in my pocket. They say, Glyn, have you got one of those eggs on you? So it's become so famous, so popular, that I can't take it off the menu. So I'm looking forward to see the reaction of that. So it's creme brulee inside an eggshell. It looks the part. We've got the straw and the egg boxes to go. So there's a little bit of theatre at the end. So yeah, so I'm bringing a bit of Pernels, well, a lot of Pernels, to Aberdeen.
I think what appealed to me, and it still appeals to me today, I like eating. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good enough reason to be a chef. As you well know, I've been around for a while. You know, I got a lot of knowledge from the chef at Gleneagles, Maurice Cote, you know. He taught you how to go about things and how to go about things properly. It was probably a little harsher in those days, and it's probably mellowed a little bit. The people won't believe it, but it has mellowed. You know, it's like nights like tonight. There's a lot of camaraderie between people, and they're all working together, and they're working for a common goal. They want all these people that come in tonight to go away happy, don't they? You know, hopefully they'll part with a few pound notes, shekels, or whatever, you know, and it'll help the cause. But they've got to go away happy, whatever happens, and that's the bottom line, and enjoy it and have a great night and tell everybody else. Well, I think all we really do is make nice food, eh? We've got some of the best ingredients in the world. We've just got to cook them nicely and respect them. And at the end of the day, we just want people to enjoy themselves and have a great night. You know, we're in the happiness business, it's great.
Jeff the Chef, as we call him. Well, the Burmall's the only restaurant has done research in the local area. The beef from Inverurie, they've done a brewdog stout. The gougers they're doing tonight is a little cheese course. You know, I've asked the pastry chef for that recipe, it's fantastic. Partridge terrine, langoustines from Fraserburgh. Great smells come from the pastry. They've made a lovely choux bun with truffle. They've really put some thought into the menu. Instead of just tailing it around their own restaurant, they've said, well, let's do something from the north of Aberdeen. So that's been great.
I've been cooking since the age of around 8, 9. Back in the early 80s, I went on a YTS, and that started my training program. And then from there, I just took control of my destiny, and I went to work in London, and you know, I went to work in the best places I could. The Roux, you know, Albert, his son Michel, Marco Pierre White, big inspiration working with Marco back in the days when he was going from a 2 to a 3-star. And John Burton Race at L'Ortolan, you know, instilled a lot of passion. Take inspiration from my trips abroad. I've been fortunate to live and work in Australia, America, Holland, Canada. I spent some time here in Scotland as well. Tonight, celebrating 20 years of my restaurant, I have classic sort of French preparation, braised shin of beef. Very simply done, but it's beautiful to eat. Nice and tender, succulent. Great dish for this sort of time of year. Playing on the seasons as well with game, I have partridge ravioli. It's a very simple ravioli. I've just finished making them just now, super fresh. Don't know who made those ravs, but they are good. We have a dish that's actually an inspiration from one of my chefs that's with me tonight. Because I like to work with the chefs, bring their inspiration as well into the kitchen. And that's the langoustine tartare. And I also have a beautiful scallop dish with white truffles. This time of year is white truffle season.
Truffle on there already, yeah?
Yeah. So it's a simple scallop dish, simple risotto, shaved white truffle on the top. My plates are fairly simple, but big flavours. And then we've got a nice dessert to finish things off, plum dessert, damson plum with blackberries. Your mouth's watering there.
Fantastic scallops, partridge, langoustines, all the best that Scotland has to offer. Really natural flavours, and that's what great chefs are all about, natural flavours.
I've always had a passion for seafood, and previous I was working with Rick Stein down in Cornwall. I really got the bug, living with fishermen in the fishing community, and it really captured my imagination. I've never looked back since. When you're actually involved working with fishermen at source, vegetable producers at source, dairy producers at source. Your menu's probably come a little bit, some may call it limited, but it becomes more inspiring for myself and for my team and for the customers because they can really taste the season. Megan. Alina. Susanna. Giorgio. We'll start our menus with crumpets, and the crumpets are going to be some Dunbar, brown crab, some brown shrimps, and a little bit of nutmeg. After that, we're doing a pickled oyster, and we're doing a tempura of oyster. One oyster is from Cumbria in Ayrshire, the other one is from Lindisfarne in the Holy Island. The next course is scallop. We're doing a king scallop, and it's with XO sauce, which is a very aromatic, it's a very punchy sauce. And we've got some incredible turbot in from my friends down Wild Harbour in Cornwall. Next turbot ready? Pass over. So we're going to do that with chorizo, cockles, clams. And then we're doing some broccoli with buttermilk and dukkha. And finally our signature pudding is treacle tart with clotted cream. And then after that, Kevin said he's going to buy me a beer.
It's great working with these guys, so they bring so much energy, so much enthusiasm to the young guys in the kitchen. And even me, I get excited. I get a buzz, and that relays to the rest of the team. I think if you've got the best fish in the world coming to your restaurant, you don't want to mess around with it. You just want to have nice, clean flavours. I prepped the turbot this morning, and it was one of the best turbots I've ever seen in my life. So fresh. And that's why I wanted to prepare the turbot today, so I can see every stage and I'm going to try and cook the turbot as well, if that's all right with Roy.